Hello, my name is Ashwin and this is my final persuasive speech. Have you ever watched those scary movies where the psycho takes out the people's organs while they're still alive, or they do horrible surgery on people while they are aware? As you are sitting there watching the movie, what's probably running through your head is how on earth can people do such a thing? Yet, sadly, things like this isn't just in movies or stories. It has happened to real-life people who have done absolutely nothing wrong. It is called genital mutilation. Though it is not a big thing here in the US, even though there have been some known cases, it is in countries that stick to their traditions, and most of these are from African countries, Middle East, and Asian countries. It is a procedure that consists of cutting out or removing young women and girls, even babies, external genitalia. It is a harmful and bloody operation that sometimes causes these young girls to die from infection or in later years from childbirth. These young girls can either get tinnitus, die from shock, die from excessive bleeding, HIV, which is human immunodeficiency virus, keloid, which is an excessive scar tissue, and labial fusion, which is when the labial minora fuses together. Yet even with all these potentially fatal things that the girls can get, they still have to go through the procedure, and on and on. How on earth are we supposed to allow this to go on? Well, as a girl myself, I would never allow someone to ever do this to me. So, in my opinion, as myself would never ever be able to stop them if they wanted to. That is what most of these girls believe, as well as when they have to go through it. That is why they need somebody, anybody really, to speak up for them. But how are we supposed to do that if nobody even knows about genital mutilation in the first place? I mean, you can try to do something at first, and if it doesn't work out, then you would forget about it. That is how it usually goes for most people. But to be honest, they don't need that. These girls need people who actually will do something for them. They are hoping that somebody will save them from this painful operation. They won't and do not need false hope. They need organizations like WHO, the World Health Organization, and the Desert Flower Foundation to help them. These organizations are real, and they have been helping them for many years, along with other things besides genital mutilation. But they can't do this without the help of regular people like you and me supporting them. That is why it is important to get the news out on genital mutilation. You might ask yourself, why do people do these sorts of things in the first place? Do they do it just because it's considered an honored tradition, or is there some other weird reason behind it? According to the European Campaign and organizations like the ones I had mentioned earlier, the WHO Foundation and the Desert Flower Foundation, against people do it for reasons, but most of these have to deal with the way people see the woman as. One of the reasons they do this is that the men feel like they can have control over a woman's sexuality. This is like when the girls get the procedure, they become afraid of having sex because it can be harmful. So the girls save themselves for the man that she is supposed to give herself to, the husband that they provide for them. The next reason is due to people believing that the girls are unclean. If they didn't have the operation done on them, the community people doesn't allow the girls to help in their village or town. They aren't allowed to do anything helpful. It's like them being a little child. The reason that I find myself against this is like a guy reason is that they believe the girls will become more docile and obedient when they become their wives. They believe that in doing this, the girls will know their role in marriage and not argue or complain to their future husbands, as well cause more children to be able to have, even though there is a possibility where the girls can die in childbirth due to this procedure. Another reason is that they believe that if the young girls don't get this done, then they won't be able to become part of the society. They won't even be considered women. The last reason is the one as to where we hear all the time is religion. Even though, according to their website from the European campaign, it has no association with religion, there still have been some people to say that they have done this in the name of religion, of course. There are many ways as to which you can stop genital mutilation. Even though it would be nice, you can't just imagine for it to automatically fix itself, of course. There has to be many procedures that you have to do to fix it, because it is not one of those things that you can just wish away with a law or an amendment. It has to be changed by changing traditions that have been in practice for many years, that people have been following thinking that it is right. If you have ever tried changing a stubborn person's mind, then you have a perfect idea as to what the organizations have to go through. The organization Desert Flower Foundation has been trying to create awareness and stop this from happening to young girls by going to the places where it happens the most and help. They show awareness to people of the community and local authorities and give the girls education as long as they won't have to go through the procedure. Though if they can't stop it through these ways, they end up paying the doctors or the people that do the operation to not do it anymore and give them a chance to start all over in a new profession. Or if they can't even do that, then they will offer medical help to make sure it is done safely and there is no harm to the young girls. There is also other ways that you, a stranger, can help out by doing simple things like donating, joining them online so that they can take up action and show them how much people care for them to stop this sort of thing. Genital mutilation is something that is not a big concern here in the U.S. That is true, but just because it doesn't happen here a lot, doesn't mean we shouldn't care about it happening to girls in different countries. Imagine if that little girl was your child or your younger sister that has to go through this. Would you care then? Would you try to do everything in your power to try to stop them from having this horrible procedure done to them? That is why you have to make this a huge thing. You have to spread awareness and donate so that people from organizations will be able to put a stop to it. They will be able to stop genital mutilation. Here is a picture of a woman saying that this is not human rights, and I have to agree with them that this, what is happening, should not be allowed to ever happen to any little girl. Thank you. This is my speech. If you like it.